Hi everyone, and thanks for watching this new... I'm going to put this higher. Hi everyone, and thanks for watching this new video, I have to say, because I'm not going to make a vlog for you. There was a time that there were mukbangs very popular, so people were talking and eating. I'm going to cook and talk. This cook and talk, I don't want to say I'm going to make chapati, but I'm going to try to make chapati. And to be more specific, I'm going to try to make Kikomando. And it's not going to be the first time I'm going to make Kikomando, because yeah, I did it once for my Dutch channel as well, but then my boyfriend was there to help me. This is going to be the first time alone since my boyfriend taught me, but he taught me a nice way to do it. I think this is enough. This is the most complicated thing to do, but rather too much than too little. While I'm doing this, I wanted to talk about what's happening in my fantastic country. Back to October, I think, 2022, there was a moment that we could vote for a new government. And before I get really into the whole political system, you have to see there are actually a little bit two different sides. You have the left-orientated side and the right-orientated side. And what I always call is left is always like social, everyone is accepted, everyone is equal. Right is me, 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 me. And if I am better and you are not, then it's your problem and not mine. There was an election and, well, I should say the most racist party won. But then there was a problem, because a lot of parties said, I don't want to work together with you because you don't have a good name in the Netherlands, at least not with all people. So it is now May. It took more than 6 months to come along and make ideas, and now we have the most, I can say, racist government. I don't know if it's in the whole history, but at least in the history that I'm alive. That has some consequence on me and my boyfriend. Since, of course, I am having a relationship with someone from Uganda, and since my fantastic country sees Uganda as a third world country and a poor country, there were already a lot of things that we have to do to show people like, yes, come on, he's a good boy, he's not doing any harm, he's also not going to be here forever, don't be afraid, he's going to leave, please act normal. But now it's going to be even worse. And the worst part is, this is, by the way, not how my boyfriend taught me to do this, before you all judge, this is just me. The problem is now they are done with immigrants. They say it's a big problem that we have so many immigrants, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't have a house, that's the reason why there is more crime in this country, etc. They blame everything on the immigrants. So they don't want any new people to come here. Not for work, not for study, for nothing. Only when you are from Europe, I think you are still a little bit lucky, but if you are outside Europe, then what does that mean for us? I think, to be honest, and my boyfriend thinks that as well, is that we are just lucky. Because, of course, a rule is not made in one day, like it's not that now everything is going to change overnight. So I think we just go through this process. But they want to make the process more harder. If it wasn't not hard enough, they think, no, it's not hard enough. Let's make it harder. I think this is nice. Then I had to put my power on it. Sorry for not showing my face. So they want to make the exam more harder. They want to have the language. You have to speak, well, I don't want to say fluently Dutch before you come here, but it is part of the thing. Family reunion is not going to work. So for example, I'm not, but if I was pregnant and I want him to come for his child, then they say, bye girl. Not gonna happen. So all those kind of things. So if you are not rich and you want to come to the Netherlands, I don't want to sound hard, but then I can say dream on, because it's not going to happen. Well, never say never. That's of course the shitty thing, because if you don't have millions on your bank account, then you are stuck. But like I said, I think that my boyfriend and I are still lucky, since he has his accent in a few days. Nowadays still the old laws, which are already really hard counting. And of course, I think the problem will start if this government still exists by then. But if my boyfriend can stay here for 2 to 5 years and he has to do his immigration exam, I think that is the moment where the problem comes from or starts. That is going to be hard. And of course there are more laws that I'm not agree on. It is crazy though that we live, like they said, in a democratic country. So everyone is allowed to vote. In the government they have to discuss the laws. It's not that the prime minister can say, okay, I want to stop whatever law and it's done. No, they have to discuss about it, and even though, for example, they have a law that no one is agreeing on, then people can go on the street and collect autographs, yes, and show it to the parliament, and then the lawyer can say, hey, a lot of Dutch people don't agree on this, so you are not allowed to let this law become a law. So that is the safety this country has. But still, it is crazy. I am sometimes already ashamed of my country, my people, if it comes to the past, if it comes to what we're doing now, what people think of Africa or Uganda, or well, mostly Africa in general. Then I am already ashamed and I feel already sometimes guilty about what people say and think. But with those political parties it makes it even more harder, because people think then that everyone who is white is a racist or thinks the same as the political parties which are ruling now. And that is maybe the hardest part. I'm not so sad about how this looks like. Maybe I should start my own chapati bar in the Netherlands. To be honest, that would be actually a great business. I'm still kind of maybe naive or in hope. But yeah, this whole program, there were also other points that even other people were very angry about. For example, to study. We have now they get a fine if people study too long and etc. We have a health insurance system, so everyone pays health insurance, that's a must. But apart from that health insurance that you must pay, you have your own risk. So for example, you are a very healthy person, you never go to the doctor, you only pay the health insurance every year, but you don't pay your own risk. So your own risk, you can just keep it for yourself. Unfortunately, there are people in this country that are afraid to spend their own risk because they are not rich and they need every money, and you have also a whole system that you get money from the government to make it more doable to pay your insurance if you don't earn enough. I have a heart problem. That's the whole reason why we want to stay for a while in the Netherlands, because we have a wish for making a family or getting a, how do you say that, creating a family, and the whole process has to be in the Netherlands, to be more specific in Amsterdam, in that hospital where I was born. Otherwise I was indeed going to Uganda because I'm done here. But I spend my own risk every year. I have the lowest own risk because the more health insurance you pay, the lower your own risk is. So I have the lowest own risk because I know I will spend it all. Now there are people who vote for these parties who don't earn that much. And they are screwed because probably they have to pay now for my medicine because the own risk is going down, but probably the payment of the health insurance is going up. So thank you everyone who wants to pay now for my medicine, which I could pay myself. But yeah, you vote on this party and now you're trapped. But that is, to be honest, my biggest joke, and not for the people who didn't vote on it and now really crying and in panic. And I think there are a lot of people who are worried about this government. Let's wait and see. Okay, I'm sincerely apologize for the fact that I'm going to use canned kidney beans and canned tomatoes for the sauce from the Kikomando. Oh, and I'm going to use a fresh onion. That will be the only fresh thing. So for all the Ugandans, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't call this Kikomando, but I'm lazy. I call it lazy Kikomando. Mzungu Kikomando. Whoops, hallelujah, this was my punishment. I've just put oil on my feet, but I'm okay. this is the result of the homemade Kikomando, or if I'm allowed to say that. I am actually curious, are there Ugandans who make Kikomando at home? Because I have the feeling that it's quite common to just go on the street and pick it there. So let me know if you make your own Kikomando and maybe you have some advice. Yes, I also noticed that I didn't put any salt in my chapati. This is the biggest discussion me and my boyfriend always have. I eat almost salt. I don't want to say salt less because I eat crisps and other things where salt is in. But I rarely put salt in my food. Yeah, I know. It's also because of my heart. It tastes nothing at all like the one in Uganda, but it is nice. I want to thank you for this cook and talk video. Yeah, next week there will be another update from me to you before my boyfriend comes back in the Netherlands. Cheers!